for the first down. Good protection, wide open is Higbee. First down and more. Higbee is still rumbling inside the 15. Across from the rookie Van Jefferson. Play goes to the right side. Henderson gets the edge. He's down. Goff keeps. And he is shoved.
Come on, y'all, man.
Second effort.
It's fucking bullshit.
Brown in the backfield.
Not this nigga, y'all.
Short. And a sack by Aaron Donald. Not to mention the tight ends that we've talked about. Third down and 7. Pass is caught. There's one of those tight ends, Everett. We could see some accuracy issues going forward. Goff caught. First down. And he's hanging in there, and he delivered a perfect ball on that one. Goff is sacked. It's still important. They run it with Brown. Three for 3 on the day. Wilson over the middle, pass is caught. Metcalf got enough. First down, Seattle. Alongside Wilson on 3rd and 6. Wilson in trouble. Brockers is there. Play made by the Rams. The Rams have started inside the 15-yard line today. They hand it to Brown. He cuts upfield, and that's one of their bigger plays of the game down at 10. Backs off by Reynolds. Makes a move. Still going. Broke a tackle and takes it down to midfield. Goff runs into trouble, and he is brought down by Reed.
It's like one-on-one on Diggs, but Adams got underneath the throw.
Rams hurry it up. 3rd down and 12. Passes incomplete from Woods. Not continuing that drive. Ramsey just took a moment to say something to Goff like, hey, we got you. We'll see if they do.
Are able to not give up a touchdown on this drive, because they're relying on this group an awful lot.
Here's Carson right up the middle. Wilson floats it. That's Watkins. 3rd down and 8. Sam Wilson gets a conversion on 3rd down. Passes to Metcalf, and he lowers his shoulder and gets it.
In store here on 3rd and 5.
They convert. Wilson, end zone. Hollister, touchdown!
Doing their best, Aaron Rodgers. Everybody relax. Keep it together.
Here's a pass caught for a first down. He wasn't touched. And Seattle's going to take over. Reynolds.
On the field, if a runner gave himself up. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offensive bid.
Down 11. Goff is swallowed up and sacked back inside the 15. Jaron Reed again. Havenstein back in the game, so that's good news. This one way short of first down yardage as Higbee is wrapped up.
Sometimes, most years, you're able to rest some players, but there's a lot at stake, as you just pointed out. Well, I'm fucking missing him, man. Hit him.
They met back on October 7th in Cleveland, and the Browns beat Baltimore 12-9 in overtime. In that game, Mayfield threw for 342 yards and a touchdown. But it's really a different Ravens team, different Cleveland team, both of them, since that game some 2.5 months ago. Jackson, of course, has taken over here in the back half of the season for the Ravens. The defense is leading virtually every category. We're going to see that Ravens defense on the field here to start. As the kick comes to Peppers about 3 yards out, and he stays on his feet to about the 34-yard line. A nice return by Peppers. Give him 29 on the run back, and let's bring out the rookie out of Oklahoma, who's thrown for 24 touchdowns this season. He actually has a chance to even break the rookie season record of touchdown passes. If he had 3 today, which would be a tall task against this defense, he would break the mark of 26 touchdown passes that belong to Peyton Manning and Russell Wilson. Another big part of this story is Nick Chubb, rookie running back. He's going to get the first handle on. He starts to the left, cuts back to the middle. He's got a quick 6. This Browns offense with the coordinator, Freddie Kitchens, who was your old tight end coach early in your career at Dallas, Tony. They have kicked it up a notch big time since he became the coordinator.
Well, they're running the football really well. This Nick Chubb, everyone talks about Mayfield. There's Freddie Kitchens. He's done an outstanding job running downhill, a trick play or 2 almost every half, and they're getting the ball down the field. Expect some empty formation today and get on the ball, play fast like Baker did in college. I want to see that.
2nd and 4. They go back to Chubb. He's got a great blocker in front of him. A couple of blocks were thrown. Seidler and DeVal helped create a huge open lane, and goes for 13.
Well, you're going to see polars, and everyone's going to come back weak side, and Chubb just follows the lead blockers, and I really think this Chubb is outstanding. I mean, really, everyone knows Barkley. Chubb is that next guy, I think, in this class that if you're looking at 2 running backs, it's those 2 that stand out head and shoulders.
He's just 9 yards away from 1,000 now after 2 carries for 19. Here's a little trickery already. It's Perriman on the reverse, and he's out of bounds at about the Baltimore 42. Now, this Ravens defense of Don Martindale, the first-year defensive coordinator, number 1 total defense, number 1 fewest yards allowed per play, number 1 scoring defense. Michael Pierce, you see him, he was not in that first matchup against the Browns. He was injured back early October.
Yeah, and that's a monster difference because he's the guy, 97, who when they want to stop the run, he's going to sit in the middle there. They're Suggs, and they just present so many issues for teams when they know you're passing. Look at all the people at the line of scrimmage. Quarterbacks have to try and figure out who's coming, who's not, and communicate it.
Here's the 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to the right, shrugs his shoulder, goes down the middle, and he's picked off. Right into the hands of Jimmy Smith. So the first pass attempt, after 3 successful runs, is intercepted by Jimmy Smith.
Well, go ahead and watch the blitz come off the side. Baker doesn't know if he's blocked or not. And so he feels like he's got to rush the pass, and he throws it to Callaway, and he's covered. A little tip on the ball, but it doesn't change a whole lot. He would have thrown it a hair inside. But Smith does a great job getting his hands on Callaway. And that comes because a young quarterback just doesn't quite know he's protected on that play. Was everyone blocked or not? You kind of feel like you got to let it go.
All right, out of the gun now, the Ravens' first snap. And Flagg's first play comes to a halt. He had handed it off to Gus Edwards. Again, both of these teams with rookie quarterbacks and rookie running backs. Edwards of Baltimore coming on strong.
Snap infraction. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty. Race first down.
So Sean Smith and crew on hand for this vitally important game in the AFC North. And Lamar Jackson, once he took over as quarterback, coming in, of course, after Flacco suffered a hip injury, this has been an incredible run display by the Ravens the last month and a half.
And they continually each week tweak that run game to make it difficult. Look at all the nuance.
Here's the throw, and his first pass way over the head of Hurst. You know, with the 6 games that he has started, they have outrushed their opponent by about 1,000 yards. His numbers now, they're not going to dazzle you. He had his first 200-yard passing game last Saturday night against the Chargers, but he's running for 78 yards a game and directing an offense. It's been very potent.
You're exactly right. Last week they needed it in that specific game. This would be his biggest challenge to me, because Greg Williams is going to load the box, and he's going to put, look at this, all these guys, the old Bear defense. We're going to put a 4-6, we'll call it, and I'll explain it in a minute, but it's going to be hard on Baltimore.
Here's second and 15, and Edwards looked like he could go down for a loss, able to squeeze out 3 yards. And now the Ravens offensive lineup, as you see it go by you here. Hurst moves to left guard. Alex was out for the 4th straight game with a shoulder
Fucking get off me, yo.
And Edwards, again, the rookie out of Rutgers, who has had 3 home starts and went over 100 in each of those games.
That's talking about my own people.
A back who did not play a single down the first 5 weeks of the season.
Jim, there's no safety in the middle of the field back here. Everyone is down. They are not going to let them.
Oh, pick these guys up. They're not really listening, right?
Hurst with the catch. Ball comes out. He's ruled down. He is ruled down, but a yard short of the first. That was Avery who was in on the contact.
So Greg Williams is going to do this all day. You won't see this very often in the NFL. There's nobody back there. They're going to dare Lamar Jackson to throw this ball over and over again, and Baltimore's going for it, or at least pretending to draw him off sides.
4th and a long yard to go. And they do go for it. Jackson keeps it. Jackson able to come off the first hit by Peppers and slide past him for the first down. So an early gamble by Harbaugh, and it pays off.
Oh, I love it. Season on the line. He's not playing it safe. Just a simple power play. You pull guards and you get your quarterback. When the quarterback runs it, you get an extra guy in the run game.
We get Ty Montgomery's block. His first block. They'll give some daylight to Jackson, and he had to work his way around Peppers, and he does. So the ball at the 50, and a first down for Baltimore. Fake into the line. Jackson giving it up to the field. He's got his tight end again. This time it's Andrews. Baker Mayfield's old teammate in Oklahoma.
Game, Rob.
They're going to fake. You see no one in the middle of the field back there.
It's too early for this, Rob.
Andrews.
It's too early for
Jackson
this.
sees it before the snap. And they're going to make Baltimore throw the football, and Baltimore comes out saying, okay, we're going to keep doing it.
Andrews, who had the long touchdown catch and run last week against the Chargers, went for 68 yards. Picks up 28 on that one. Baltimore moving at the Cleveland 22. Look at that formation. 3 in the backfield along with the quarterback. And it's Edwards for a couple. So the Cleveland defense, Blake Williams is the defensive play caller, the son of the head coach Greg, who today happens to be Blake's 35th birthday. What do you expect? You've talked about this already. Loading it up front, sometimes leaving the middle of the field open.
Yes. And what they're going to do, when I talk about the 46th Bear, you're going to see this defense get involved where everyone's down, and they don't give up that 1-yard line inside. You got to run wide against it over and over. That can make.
Jackson throws it away. Boy, you talk about football under as if to hide it, and then throws it with great coverage downfield, just throws it away.
Like he was going to run to the right, and then he's like, oh, no, I'm going to throw it. They're trying to trick him. And we've seen enough Raven games. A little secret is just everyone tries to defend these outside runs. And you know what? When you watch them closely, Greg Williams talked about Gus Edwards just goes right through the middle on an A-gap run, right down the center for 8 yards, 6 yards. That's what they're coming in here to stop, that play.
Jackson's already thrown 4 passes, 2 of 4. They've run it 3 times. Now they have a 3rd and 8. Pass way wide of the mark. Trying to connect with John Brown, and he'll bring out the ultra-successful Justin Tucker.
Well, once again, he's guarding him, him. Nobody else. Everyone else blitzes. So you can throw it to anybody on the field, but the ball has to come out right away because they have an extra guy rushing, and you just got to be accurate. And those are the ones that Lamar's got to get a little better on. Just signal a slant and throw it.
Speaking of accurate, the NFL's most accurate kicker all time at 90%, Justin Tucker. from 38 yards. And he's done it again. Last week he missed.
We made USAA insurance for this season. When being a fan on a budget gets tough, our agents do the legwork so saving on auto insurance is easy. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. But they were 50 plus at 65 yards out. He is some reliable weapon for them. 3 on the board.